All right, Shalom. Shalom, Yashala. That's a fairly quick video. Getting right into it, giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kadash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles, elders, bishops, great millstone, much salutation to the brothers, teaching word for the hopeful elect. Soon to be the elect, Most High will. Said he's showing the time for the elect's sake. We're in the time of the elect work being done. And, to the contrite spirits returning back to the Most High, the extended elect, hopeful elect, men, women, children, blessings, It says a microchip that breathes, bionic cells. So, they blocked my first video, copyright. But, these people, as you see, they're in the labs, breaking things down microscopically. That's where micro comes from, microchip. That word micro. This is what they own. This is why they brought 1,600 scientists over here, engineers, because they on this level. Christianity is just a distraction, a prop. Meanwhile, they're exercising these kind of things, And when it says some call Luciferists, which means Lucifer. Same thing as, Lucifer means light bearer. It's not an evil word. It just means light bearer. Yahweh Shai is a Lucifer on the right hand side. He's a light bearer. He said, "I am the light." On the left hand side, Lucifer. Luciferians, they got Luciferian churches. They got, the Illuminati. They bear the light. It says the light of the wicked shall be put out. And, light, like I've said before, when you, light got to do something with wisdom too, because when, that light bulb that people use for thinking or thought, or even when light shines, it exposes, things in the dark. Most High even said that he would bring all things that's hidden into the light. So in their secrecy, in their secret caverns, their summits, whatever, they practice, divination, they practice witchcraft, they practice their blueprint, which is becoming the New World Order. And let me get that scripture right quick. And while our people are lollygagging and with all the foolery, this is what they do, And we told you about the MOTB, the microchip. A microchip that breathes, man. So it says, Psalm 64:6, it says, they search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search, and they trying to find the God factor in so-called black men, starting with the so-called black men, as well as the rest of the tribes. Experimental method to trying to see if they can display that on monitors, what's inside the so-called Negro, and they do it by these means. They take your blood, they call it, the plasma centers take your blood. They do studies with it. They inject your babies when they're in the hospital. Why? It's never known in history in the Bible where somebody has to inject your baby with a needle. It says both the inward thought of every one of them and heart, their mind is deep. Heart comes from Lob. Like they're in the laboratory now, laboratory. I think that Tory is territory or place to study the mind, or, a thinking tank, so to speak. So, just to let you know, they're not on they're on a different level, you know. And Jake think, well, you know, MOTB is Christianity. It ain't, you know, nah, they moving toward. They've been practicing things on top level. You know, they did that with during slavery. You know, they narrated the churches, so they're not too concerned about that. And yeah, I know that the churches are being exposed. Christianity itself in America has been exposed, but you know, it's a deeper layer. It's much deeper layers than religion. That's just a form of deception, and now that it's been discovered, that doesn't mean that that's the MOTB because they're gonna still try to push not only a narrative to, you know, as a solution to getting this. You know, they promising, like it says, the miracles of the beast in Revelation. They're gonna promise things. A MOT that breathes come to life. It could read. They're gonna, like that movie Elysium. They're gonna introduce it in that way. First, I mean, you know, with even with the grocery stores, getting your food, buying and selling, getting your food. That's an important thing because that's your resource. That's some of the most. That's the most important resource on earth is, you know, those resources of food and water. So what do you have to do to get food and water? You have to buy. You can't, you know, you're not going to go to a lake because it's, you know, the lakes are dirty and polluted. You're not going to, you know, you can't produce water yourself. You know, if you don't pay the water bill, they're going to cut off your water. So you got to get the water and you got to get food and water from them. And this got imports and exports where they bring the food into America. So they got people in a dependent state with those, with supplying those resources, having those resources in their possession. You know, that's why they dig up everything out of the land. First ones to get the gold, discover certain trees that got certain fruit or certain food, you know, and use it. And everything is with a needle, injecting, and you know, one of the ingredients of the MOTB is silicone, which they put in women's breast. They use for a lot of reasons, and they use the metallic element. I think it's psi is you know, which is the, you know, abbreviation pretty much for silicone. It's a metallic silver metallic element. You know. Now I put in this luciferase, and so it's Lucifer inside the chip. Now they said it doesn't bear light, but the electrical, I guess you would call it semiconductors or whatever, they produce energy, which is some form of electricity. So it is silicon, let's go there. And they're gonna tie this all under the practice of medicine, food, like the Food and Drug Administration. Yeah. Microfluid chips. How microchips made. Silicone substrates. I'm saying it right. And they said this is, when you read into these things, you go to these videos, they said this is the perfect thing for, and this is the main thing that operates, of course, we know, cell phones, anything computer, your computer at home, you know, your watch. That's it right there. Silicone right there. That's what women have in their breast. That's what America's feeding out of her damn boobs is silicone matter. These. um, so this is what they on, man. Invented integrated circuits. This is on another level. You know, while our people go to church, sell drugs in and out of jail, whatever, twerking, going to clubs, drinking, smoking weed, doing all this, they're doing this. Many inventions, King James Version. It says Proverbs 8 and 12. I, wisdom, dwell with prudence and find out knowledge of witty inventions. Yeah. And Most High uses wisdom, for these sorts of things. It says he is wiser than Daniel. Who you think gave him that wisdom? He even talks about the wisdom he saw in Obadiah. Who you think gave him that? You know, um, evil angels working upon earth to create these destructive instruments. Even the play of experimenting with these elements, because we supposed to control the elements. We don't no more. We were to be extraterrestrial beings. This planet's supposed to be ours, as well as the rest of them. But as you see, Jake is not doing all this stuff, man. And what does this got to do with religion or Christianity? Nothing. So much as to buy time and have people preoccupied with those things, so they could continue to work on these things. But if you really get down to it, it got a red element substance that they use in the MOTB, and it's called Lucifer, or it's called something else, but it means Lucifer. It's a red, I think it's a red sandy. Let me see if I can pull this up right quick if I don't find it. Sand, from sand to silicone. But yeah, we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. 2 Corinthians. I looked it up one time, and I think they took my video down. And now they put it in stores. I think brothers been posting up videos about them recently, implementing these machines into the store for you to get that operates by chip. Anyway, I'm gonna get into the Boule too, because there's such thing as, they call it bull though, but it's spelled Boule, and I'm gonna go into a little bit of meaning of that in a future video. Semiconductor production process explained. So, you know, this is where we are in society today. Tesla's Elon Musk was summoning the demon with artificial intelligence. And they know what it is, man. And they know they are the devil. They know they're the Lucifer on the left hand side. It says, "Oh, Lucifer, son of the morning." Let me see. And it says, "Is this the man?" Lucifer, son of the morning, King James Version. But there's also a scripture that talks about Yahweh Shai being the son of the morning. So, you know, on the right hand side, it says, Isaiah 14:12, it says, "How thou art fallen from heaven, O Lucifer." Heaven is a state, a condition of power, above, when you have power above the actual average human, when you set your nest above the stars like NASA, space programs that they have, when you have military might to bomb nations, put them under your subjection. O Lucifer, son of the morning, how art thou cut down to the ground, which means come low, base, out of power. It's not talking about no fairy tale, mythological creature, Satan with horns that fell down, or he was a handsome man and he fell down and became an androgynous demon with horns and scaly skin with a pitchfork. It's talking about the ones that hold the light, the power, the Illuminati, and those ones that practice these things that I showed you in the video. Part of that whole system. It says, "Which thou didst weaken the nations." How did he do it? Through philosophy, through his might, through weaponry, through bullying, through Christianity. That's just a tool that he uses. Democracy, through democracy, colonization, so forth. It says, "For thou hast said in thine heart and thy mind, I will ascend into heaven." Yeah, space program, NASA want to control. They want to control the moon. They think they sell. If you look it up, they claim that they sell bits of the moon and pieces to, to other nations, so to speak. They've claimed Mars and Jupiter and all that, discovering new planets, Nubula. I think it's Nebula, Nubula. They make these claims. They shoot their rockets up into space like, they've tried to bomb the moon because they know the Most High said if any move out of their order, sun, moon, and stars, Israel shall be no more as a nation. They know who Israel is. They know the so-called black man, Latino, Native American, other Israelites. They've shown that in movies. They're the director of the movies, the executive producers. So they know no movie gets passed, without their permission. It says, "I will exalt my throne above the stars of God." See, I will sit upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north, man. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High, man. Let me go to 20. Is that 21 now? I'm gonna get to that. They Chanelli. So he's in right now. He's taking control of, of the. He's, here in America, professing and proclaiming his throne pretty much. I mean, right now, Nero, which is AKA Trump, he's the king of Babylon. King position. They even showed him on one of They even have him depicted as a king sitting on a throne with a crown on his head. It says, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. That's what he wants to do. Be like the Most High, you know. It says, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. Because where is America going? To hell, the lake of fire. And that's going to be the example, just like it says in Jude 1:7, a sample of them that live ungodly after Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed with brimstone. And they shall suffer vengeance of eternal fire. You know, and that don't mean hell burning forever like IUIC says. It means America's going to be on fire for a long, long time. It says, because how are they going to go into slavery if that's the case? And then you say, well, you know, well, the America's going to be burning forever. If you believe that, then where do the spirits go? When somebody gets hit by a nuke, these people over here, their spirits go back up to the Most High. It says the spirit return back to the up, and it goes upward. So it says, they that shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man? Talking about Lucifer as a man that made the earth. Let me see. That made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms with his bombing, similar to Nagasaki and Hiroshima. The threats of bombing, threats of military might, like we say, to they are a superpower now, you know, and people, you know, once feared them. Most High said, well, let the weak be strong. So Most High is raising these other little nations up now that say they strong too. They have a bomb too. They're supported by, you know, other superpower forces, such as one of the main superpowers right now, right after America, is Russia. And the Most High divided the enemy against himself. You know, Edom against Edom, Egyptian against Egyptian. So when that takes place, and it'll fall. And when it falls, guess who's up next to rule? Guess what the other nations are going to do? Fall under it, because they standing on the platform of these devils. They believe in the superpower of the carnal world that's, you know, exercised by these devils. Different platforms, different kind of companies, organizations, different kind of militias, military, whatever you want to call them, getting a piece of the pie, so to speak. But Most High has divided all that now. It says, thou hast made the world a wilderness, and destroyed the cities thereof, that open not the house of the prisoners, of his prisoners. You know, and that's what he has done, made the world a wilderness. And that's why he's counting on this MOTB as a, you know, this digital device as an upgrade. You know, they got a movie called Upgrade as a get back, as like, oh, don't count me out yet. Watch, I'm about to do this miracle for y'all. I'm about to show y'all some advancement. Y'all think I'm low? But check this out. You know, and he's going to have this whole new world order in the operation of, you know, of controlling the masses, having the power of masses in his hand, because these people thought they were independent. They have platforms now that you can, you know, go on YouTube, go on TikTok, go on IG, you know, and you become your own, so to speak, person. Your own, you can become your own company, your own, you know, your own personal business. You have your followers and all that. And you become, so to speak, like a, you know, your own, so to speak, political figure. But they're gonna be like, nah, you know, you're gonna have to abide by the land of laws because it's the people that's the problem with you know regarding them. I mean, that's what it's always been. That's why the Most High said He made man upright, but men have sought out many inventions. It's man that's fucking up the earth. The earth is doing it what it's supposed to do. Even the beast, but everything it says that everything is out of course. All the foundations of the earth are out of course because of this. You know, and everything is alive. Most High made everything alive, so you do have certain things that happen with the living, even with beasts, even with trees that like you might shake your head at and like, damn, why did the tree do that? Why is it not growing? Why is the water over flooding a lot of city? Why is this and that? Well, and the Most High said He'll destroy them that destroy the earth. So Lucifer is a man. Narrowly look upon him and say, is this the man? God made man upright, King James Version. Ecclesiastes 7:29, it says, Lo, this only have I found, that God had made man upright, but they have sought out many inventions, man. Because you could destroy yourself with these inventions. That's why the Most High said, don't do too much don't do over too much this. You know, he shows us in physical examples, like don't eat too much honey, don't drink too much wine, don't make too many inventions. Then you'll be like, damn, well, I can do this and I can do that. You don't even follow the laws of the Bible no more. Well, they never did. It was just a makeup of, of deception. But, let that have been us. We might have just been like Esau. So Most High He kept us in correction. Like, nah, I'm gonna knock you back down. I don't want you making no MOTB. That's for the wicked. He said He made the wicked for the day of, He made the wicked for the day of evil. He wants Esau in that seat, not His own people. So when Esau dies down, when Most High take Esau down, take all his power and take him down, put him in hell, that's not us. So then we'll be next to rule. Because if we had the power that Esau had, we'll be in the carnal realm, fighting these other nations, losing by our carnal means and making inventions that they are evil. I'm talking about as Israelite, as a nation. So the Most High said, no, you're not this is a spiritual war. You're not a part of this carnal war. So I'm not going to give you no weapons of that stature. Your weapon is these words. It says, the word is sharper than any two-edged sword. That's our battle. Battling our own demons, that's our battle. Living upright instead of living crooked and evil, that's our battle. And to accept what the Most High is telling us, besides what this devil is telling us. And that's another fight in itself too, because they're gonna introduce this MOTB as something helpful and beneficial. Even like when they force feed you, yeah. You'd be like, I don't want to eat, and then you'll starve to death, but they don't want you to die. So it's kind of like, at the same time, it's a torture, but it's still a benefit for them, and it seemed to you because at least you get to eat. They want you to eat. They want you to stay alive so you can continue to be a slave. If you got a whole field of slaves, and they're weak and they're dying and starving, even if you wanted to sell them, just like any other product, nobody gonna want that. Nobody gonna want that slave. We need the top-notch slaves. We need strong slaves to carry this, these cotton, this whatever. So, they say, well, let's do this, benefit them, pump them up, They already have metaverse out there, artificial intelligence. Jake is already playing games with the virtual reality, you know. And as you see, they looking stupid because they put on them what you call them virtual reality VR glasses, and they play these games and they fall and run into the TV because inside their mind they're really in the game. They're really on a high bridge. They're really jumping over a lake and shit. But in reality, they're busting their head. They're in their living room busting their head against the furniture. That lets you know that it's highly deceptive, and that's how they mirror their power against the world. They look at it in a virtual reality sense, like simulation, like I said, they use Negroes experiments. Like, let's see if we can make these Negroes, move to this section. Let's see if we do this.